Video bites from ulearn.photography. Here's our principal, Simon Q. Walden.
Greetings! Today I'm going to talk about 4 tips for focusing and composition in group shots. So, number 1, focus on the closest or the most important person in the group. Actually, there's a slightly more technical answer to that, focusing on the closest, but broadly speaking, when focusing, from your focus point, you tend to have a shorter distance in front and a longer distance behind that's in focus. Sooner or later, it will go out of focus, but broadly speaking, it's shorter in front, longer behind. So by focusing at the front of the group, then you know the rest of the back of the group is more likely to be in focus. It's not a complete guarantee, especially if you've got a very deep group. But certainly if you think about the classic groups of weddings, say, the bride and groom are going to be at the front and they must be in focus. To help you with that depth of field, use the highest f-stop you can, i.e. that's the smallest aperture, so like an f22, because an f1.4 has a very tiny depth of field, an f22 has an enormous depth of field, so lots and lots of your image will be in focus. And so with a larger group, you need as much depth of field as you can to cover the front to the back of the group. Number 3, try and get the heads at different heights. You know, when you're shooting a group, it's very easy to get all the heads in a row, kind of what I call the usual suspects lineup, and the heads will kind of bounce up and down just to sort of random different heights. First of all, that gives you a bit of a difficult composition problem, because basically the interesting bit of the face is almost like a letterbox format, and you've got all this other stuff going on that's probably not relevant. And because you're spread that way, it means they're all going to be quite small in the frame as well. So see if you can get them, you know, bunched in together a bit, you know, have some sitting, some standing, some perched on the edges of chairs or whatever. Just to, you know, kind of structure and bring all the heads a bit closer into each other. And you might need to do some juggling about who stands where as well. And if you want to go for advanced head posing, this is number 4, then really what you're trying to do is you want to try and get the heads in a circle or a triangle. It's one of those things is most people, when they look at a picture, they'll never see that that's what you've done. But actually by achieving that sort of triangular composition or a circular composition, you'll actually have a much stronger picture. And the viewer will, you know, be able to track around those heads, keeping them inside the picture frame, rather than doing that kind of awkward having a scan from left to right all the time. So there you go, 4 quick tips for improving your focus and composition of group shoots.
Subscribe now for regular tips and updates. To find out more, go to ulearn.photography.